A lot of people are worried about the Ripple versus SEC court case that has been going on for more than 5 years, but more and more proof of Ripple's win is getting out online. Lawyers also say the trial will end soon, which is thought to be the best sign ever for the stock market. A lot of people think that the XRP Ripple coin could go up in value to $3,380, 0 cents, or even more. Doesn't it sound crazy? Let's do it one step at a time. Let's get right to the point, please. Nota bene. The Ripple SEC case is finally coming to an end after years of legal uncertainty and a split crypto world. The case is still not over as of today, but it looks like it will definitely end in a certain way. Mark Fagel, a former lawyer for the SEC, says that Judge Annalisa Torres's decision that XRP is not a security in secondary market sales is already in effect. The official step is the only thing that is missing. It is up to both Ripple and the SEC to file to have their appeals thrown out. That has to happen before the court can publicly end the case, even though it has already been ended in a way. The XRP community is confused about this small but important step in the process. Even though Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, confirmed that the company was going to drop its appeal, there has been no notice of dismissal yet on the court's record. Fagel made it clear that the case has come to a reasonable end, but the paperwork still needs to be done. Even though the SEC's internal review processes are slow, both sides should drop their requests and move on unless something unexpected happens. People who back XRP haven't been quiet in this last stretch. In one post, XRP Dragon said exactly what people were feeling. XRP is going to get back everything the SEC took from it. Prepare. Others, like user Anders, are sick of being in limbo and just want things to end. Just say it out loud, SEC. As a whole, these opinions show how anxious and worn out people are in a community that has had to wait too long for clarity. A meeting of the SEC behind closed doors on July 3rd only made rumors stronger. Some people thought that a settlement statement would come next, but Fagel played down the idea. He said that these kinds of meetings are usually normal and don't have to do with current litigation. He said that even if a choice had been made inside the company, it could still be weeks before any paperwork shows up in court. The process is going forward, even if it's slowly. Ripple Queen tweeted that Ripple's partial victory may be changing into a bigger symbolic win for the whole crypto industry. This was one of the bravest things anyone said. Fagel also made it clear that Judge Torres has no more to do with the case. After the appeals are thrown out, her earlier decision is final and doesn't need to be signed again. The law doesn't always move quickly, but it's always clear where it's going. Ripple's win is already changing the way people talk about regulation for digital assets, especially when it comes to XRP's place in secondary markets. People who own XRP are left to watch the clock for now. They've been delisted, seen prices drop, and lived in fear, doubt, and insecurity all the time. But they've also seen one of the most important court cases in the history of crypto. The ticket is now more than just a digital thing. It's now a sign of opposition to government abuse and a stand-in for the fight for clearer rules. When the dust settles from the process, things look better for Ripple and XRP. The SEC may have slowed things down, but it no longer has power over where they are going. The crypto world has been paying close attention to this fight. Now everyone is waiting to see how Ripple uses this legal turning point to get back on the world stage with a new sense of urgency. The final decision may not have been made yet, but the tide has already changed. Do what XRP Dragon said and be ready, right? But wait, this is about a lot more than just law news. Some people are saying it's the most important moment for crypto in the US. Also, don't think this only affects Ripple. XRP could be the spark that changes the whole way regulations work. Don't believe me? The forecasts made by the best analysts will blow your mind. Jack the Rippler tweeted that XRP is moving against the market, which is what many experts are saying in private. XRP seems to be making up its own rules, while Bitcoin and Ethereum follow larger trends. It's not just the market moving. Technical experts are looking for signs that a big event might be about to happen. Henry pointed out that there was a clear triple bounce from support, followed by a fake out, and now there might be a breakout repeat. He wrote that the downtrend had finally been broken, which sounded like the start of a possible bull run. Another, Steph, pointed out that the XRP Bollinger Bands have become very narrow, which is a common sign that a big move is about to happen. He said that a big pump was coming in the world of XRP. The case with the SEC was just the start for many people. What is XRP really worth? That's the real question. That's where things become interesting. The Five Blairs, a community analyst, gave a prediction that the price of XRP could go through the roof if it becomes fully useful for transactions and acts as a bridge asset in the global financial system, handling anywhere from $100 trillion, 0 cents, to $2, 0 quadrillion a year. We think that XRP would be worth about $3,380, 0 cents per token in that case, based on models of movement, supply, and transaction volume. Take that in 1,000 XRP, which is worth around $2,200, 0 cents right now, could be worth $3,380,000, 0 cents in that case. You don't have to believe the numbers to understand why it makes sense. XRP is used in real life for things like cross-border payments, tokenized assets, and interbank liquidity, where it acts as a neutral and effective bridge. The dreams don't end there. Value that is fair $11,989, 0 cents for XRP. As a sarcastic tweet, Bastian Sinclair called Bastian a rotting database in a banker suit begging DaddySec for crumbs of legitimacy. It's a harsh view, but it shows how XRP's huge potential is at odds with the rules that have kept it from growing. In some places, the estimates are really out of this world. Leaked alien message proves it. XRP is the only token that will make it through the galactic shift. John Squire made a joke that even space knows about this coin, which shows how cult-like the excitement is around it. Some people might laugh at the claim that XRP is worth $60,000, 0 cents, which is said to be backed by the US Federal Reserve in a tweet that went viral. But the main point is clear. A lot of people think that XRP is way too cheap right now and that its time has come. With the SEC pulling back bullish, technical signs flashing, and community support stronger than ever, XRP is on the verge of something that could be historic. It doesn't matter if you believe the $3,380, 0 cents estimate or not, this asset is getting more and more exciting. It goes against gravity, stories, and even the market as a whole. Let's talk about Ripple's relationships. This is where things really get crazy. Ripple has been quietly making deals that could change the world's banking system while most people are busy looking at charts. These stories are true. We're talking about banks, states, and whole payment corridors that go across borders. What's going to happen next is not ready for you. This sign of a bull market will blow your mind. That being said, Standard Chartered, which is one of the biggest and most well-known banks in the world, recently dropped some shocking news about the future of international payments. Gautam Jain, who is their global head of digitization and client access, didn't hold back when he spoke out against the status quo. He said that today we want things right away. You're not going to wait 5 seconds for a website to load. Why would you wait 3 days for a bill to be paid? That one question gets to the heart of why old payment systems are quickly becoming useless. This is especially true for SWIFT, the message network that banks have used for decades. It's no longer acceptable to wait days for a move in a world where speed, openness, and digital efficiency are essential. This isn't just something a banker said for no reason. The fact that institutions are rethinking everything is a smart sign. The company Ripple is at the center of this change because it uses XRP and blockchain technology in new and interesting ways. Standard Chartered does more than talk. They are working together with Ripple on a number of different projects. One use case they are trying, called Trade Safe, aims to solve one of the biggest problems in trade finance, financing duplicate invoices. Together with DBS Bank and Singapore's Infocom Development Authority, this project aims to make complicated trade processes that are often inefficient and vulnerable to fraud more open and safe. More importantly, they are taking direct aim at the notoriously slow and expensive method for sending money across borders.